You are listening to another AlwaysMoto production. The AlwaysMoto podcast with your host, David Hogan. We talk moto events from around the world. All the injuries, all the training ins and outs, the bikes, parts and gear inspections. The results, we interview your favourite riders. It's the AlwaysMoto podcast. We occasionally have some coarse language and the odd stuff up along the way. If you don't like it, or you don't agree with us, turn it off right now.
I'd like to remind you that he is not a doctor.
Welcome into the AlwaysMoto YouTube channel and podcast. If you're listening to it, you should be watching it. If you're watching it, you should be listening as well. I'm David Hogan here. We are at World Supercross this weekend. It's round 3 in the Australian round here. We are at CBUS Super Stadium, which is on the Gold Coast, which is Queensland for anyone those that keeping up with the geography side of things. As you can see here, we are on press day, but the track build is massively underway here. It's still going. We are less than a day away from riders being on track, and the track needs a lot of work yet to go. They're going to be building way into the night here to get this ready in time. In terms of press day activities, a little bit different with World Supercross. There was no riding on track. Obviously the track isn't ready for that side of things yet. We did have a team manager press conference and a rider press conference. We did have some of the teams and crew building bikes, doing a bit of maintenance. Obviously they unpack these crates. They've got to get bikes set up. They've got to potentially change tyres, do top end rebuilds. We saw a few engines in pieces. We saw a few tyres getting changed over. So there's a bit of work to be done here for the crews because they don't have access to the bikes like they normally would from the truck between races if they're just travelling between different venues within a particular country. So a bit different aspect here for World Supercross. We did get to catch up with a couple of riders. Obviously not all of them were here for the entire part of the day. Some of them came just to pick up the credentials and do their sign-on and scrutineering. Others have been here for quite some time. So we do get a few to catch up with. Alright, we've got 5 seconds of lull time. The stadium crew are doing their announcing practice for tomorrow night. We're going to get to our interviews. Hopefully they don't interrupt us here. We're going to get to our 4 interviews from press day. Check them out. We'll be back with post-race content tomorrow night. Alright, press day here at World Supercross Gold Coast for round 3 of the World Supercross series. We're down in the Stark pits. We found the man that's going to sub in for this weekend, Kelana Humphrey. Kelana, mate, first one for the World Supercross, but you've been familiar with this platform with Stark, so this isn't really new for you, it's just the series is new to you, right?
Yeah. I've been with Stark Future for over a year now, and I love the platform. I'm pretty familiar with it, especially in Supercross. I've been racing the French Supercross. I did Paris on it, and a couple of the races along with the US Arena Cross season. Familiar with the platform, but first time doing World Supercross, and grateful for the opportunity, and it's cool.
Is this your first time to Australia as well?
No, I used to come to Australia a lot when I was a little kid. I grew up in Indonesia, so
local.
Yep. I would go to Noosa actually all the time, so not too far from here. Noosa.
You're familiar then. You should know all this stuff.
Noosa, Byron Bay, but obviously I was like 5-6 years old, so I didn't know too much, or I knew, but like I wasn't. I don't remember a lot of it. It's just bits and pieces. So it's cool. It's cool to come back here, and Gold Coast, beautiful. Weather's awesome. So
Yeah, nice. So, any differences with the Stark for this World Supercross round versus what you've been running in French because of different regulations and stuff here? Is there much change, or do you notice it at all?
I think there's a couple changes. I haven't ridden the World Supercross bike yet.
Okay.
So
first practice tomorrow.
Yeah. This is fairly new to me. I just found out the news on Saturday, so this is
very short turnaround.
Very short turnaround. But I mean, I think it's pretty much all the same. Maybe a couple little things, but nothing too major. So.
Did you travel with your suspension then to put in this, or what's the setup there? You have to run what Lance was running, or?
No, I have my own suspension. Yep. Suspension's the same, and a lot of the little things that I have is the same. I think there's maybe a couple adjustments with the power to meet the FIM regulations. Yep. But besides that, it should be all the same.
Nice. So looking forward to tomorrow. Have you done this sort of format before? Used to the short sprint races?
Yeah, the couple races in France we did had this format. Paris was similar, not as long, but with this format, except it wasn't as close in between the races. Like I think we only get like 20 minutes in between the races, so that's pretty short. But besides that, I'm pretty familiar. So yeah, I can't wait to get on track, man.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, Kelana Humphrey here with Stark this weekend for World Supercross. All right, World Supercross, we're down here in the pits. Gregory Aranda is here with us from SX1 class. Greg, how was the travel to Australia, mate?
It was very long. We was in France for the race last weekend, and yeah, the travel was long, and but we recovered very good last few days. So yeah, we'll be ready.
So jet lag, we're over that side of things already. We're good to go tomorrow.
Yeah, jet lag is a lot. With the France because it's 9 hours.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, the sleep yesterday night was good, and we will be ready.
Okay, nice. In the team manager press conference, your team manager was saying he needs to get a little bit. They're looking for a little bit more out of you. Some results-wise, they know you're capable. Just hasn't quite eventuated there. You're about 6th in the championship, I think he said at the moment.
Yeah. The speed was good on the first event, but my start was so bad. So every races when I look on the back, I was alone, like last one. So I have to come back every races, and yeah, mentally it's difficult, and so we work a little bit on the bike to try to get a better start, and yeah, we will see on the weekend. But yeah, I'm motivated, and I will try to make a good result, like I can do it.
You're always one of those names that people probably aren't super familiar with unless you're in Europe, but you always stand out as one of the guys that's going fast, right? Like you get a good lap time in on a Super Pole if that's it happening. You know, you pop up there at times and you try to surprise people. That's what we're looking for again this weekend, right?
Yeah, I will give my best to make a good lap time. I hope to go to the Super Pole.
Yep.
Because yeah, it's the top 4, and on the last races I did 5th every time. So yeah, I was limit. But yeah, I will try to go on the Super Pole. But the more important is the start to be good on the races, and yeah, we work harder on this and try to be better.
Is any of this due to the you know the new bikes having the different clutch hydraulic system? Is that something you're learning with the 26 model?
Yeah, we use it since last year.
Okay.
So
same setup. You haven't had this because I know the stock models have a different one from what you ran as a factory. Like this is the Brembo one here, and the stock ones have the Nissan. Yeah. Is it so? You're just running the same Brembo setup?
Yeah, same since last year. But I don't try already the original one from Yamaha. So yeah, me I think yeah, it's working good, and it's really good. When you ride, it's more softer, so it's a good piece.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, Gregory Aranda here, World Supercross, Gold Coast. We'll see how he goes tomorrow night. Hopefully gets a better start this time around.
Yeah.
All right, we're down in the wildcard pits. We found someone, I thought he was going to be at Adelaide, but he's here in the Gold Coast. Kaleb, Barham, what are we doing, mate?
Yeah, look, a bit of a change of plans here. Ended up getting lucky to get the wild card here for WSX. So first 250 wild card for the year for these guys, and pretty excited. Got some pretty cool talent either side of me here.
The pit's a bit shocked for you, mate. Is there pressure here?
Look, dude, I'm just excited to be here. Obviously, this whole experience, just taking everything in. That's the whole point of this. Been fortunate enough now. This is going to be my 3rd year being part of this series. So, look, hopefully the weather's going to turn it on like this tomorrow, and we'll see how we go. But everything's looking like and shaping up that it's going to be really, really good weekend. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and a little bit of context for the viewers. There's Eli Tomac to your left. There's what do we got? Hayden Deegan, and then Cooper Webb on the other side. So we've got a little bit of pressure under the tent here in the wildcard sections. But so yeah, so you've managed to secure this one. You've obviously seen outside there on the track and everything. How's it looking compared to what you've been used to for the Australian Supercross so far?
It definitely looks a little bit beefier. They haven't finished the track completely yet, but it's similar to what I had at home. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be full spec. So again, hopefully this weather's nice to us. If we cop one of these Southeast Queensland storms in the afternoon, it's going to be anyone's game. So look, I'm happy for either way. If it rains, let it pour, and if it doesn't, we're good to go racing. So I'm ready for everything and excited for it.
Are we looking to try and get this Kawasaki up front? You're a pretty good starter on some of these events throughout the season. I reckon that's how we're going to get a bit of a flash for you and get noticed at this round, yeah?
Definitely. Obviously, just starting up front is major, especially in this depth of field. You're not going to walk through the field from 10th through to anywhere at the front, so you've got to start up there. So look, we're going to go out there. My starts have been pretty red hot this year, so look, I'm excited. Hopefully we can rip a nice good start and get out of there. Obviously there's some major depth in this field, but not uncommon fields either. Obviously Race, Shane and Cole and Max before, so yeah, look, it's good to see some familiar faces in the pits and a lot of friends from last year that I've been able to catch up with that I haven't seen all year, so yeah, excited to see how we end up tomorrow.
Nice. And tonight, any particular meal? You're staying in town that you're going to go pick up before you come back and race tomorrow, or have you got a casual night on the cards?
Super casual, man. Just going to stay down at my coach's place down here, have some dinner with him and the family, and that's really it, man. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's the last one for me for the year, so I'm just excited to take it all in and see how we go.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, Kaleb Barham, wild card this weekend in the Gold Coast. All right, we're in the wildcard pit still. We found Eli Tomac and the KTM team. Eli, you've had one race on the bike now. This is the second weekend for the race weekend side of things. Anything major that you did between the rounds that you learnt from being at that first race in Vancouver?
No, so I haven't done a whole lot of adjustment. Okay. I'm still happy with what I have. Yeah. We did some adjusting during the Vancouver race day. I would say that's been more than anything else I've done since then. Okay. So at this point, we're rolling with what we got, and we're happy with where we're standing. And it'll be good to go test another condition here, to introduce the bike to something new. I'm hoping it stays dry for tomorrow, and
that's a big if at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like the forecast may be a little sketchy at some point, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah, it's interesting because I spoke to Ian Harrison during the team press manager conference there, and he said he hadn't seen you for the time between Vancouver and that, and I thought that was odd, but then you're saying the same sort of things. There's been not really much you needed to change, so there wasn't a real need. You're just out getting more comfortable, I gather, with it all.
Yeah, that's right. And then honestly, our weather was bad for basically 2 weeks on the West Coast.
He mentioned that too.
Like we were running away from rain, and I couldn't really get away from it. I went from Arizona to Colorado, back to Arizona, sort of thing, and honestly, was on a motocross track more than a supercross track in between the two races.
That's not a bad thing for what's going to come up. You've got to learn that part of the bike too at some point, right? So it's all getting familiar in a different sense, and maybe you learn something else too.
Yeah, of course. So, here we are. Just it was good to at least be on the bike.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, well, good luck tomorrow night. Thanks for making some time for us, and hopefully enjoy the Gold Coast.
Thanks.